From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the daily news for December 17th, 2025. These are the stories we are covering at this hour. President Donald Trump said Tuesday he is ordering a blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers into Venezuela, ramping up pressure on the country's authoritarian leader, Nicolas Maduro, in a move that seemed designed to put a tighter chokehold on the South American country's economy. Trump's escalation comes after U.S. forces last week seized an oil tanker off Venezuela's coast, an unusual move that followed a buildup of military forces in the region. In a post on social media Tuesday night announcing the blockade, Trump alleged Venezuela was using oil to fund drug trafficking and other crimes and vowed to continue the military buildup until the country gave the U.S. oil, land, and assets, though it was not clear why the U.S. felt it has a claim. Venezuela's government released a statement Tuesday accusing Trump of violating international law, free trade, and the principle of free navigation with a reckless and grave threat against the South American country. On his social media, he assumes that Venezuela's oil, land, and mineral wealth are his property, the statement said of Trump's post. Consequently, he demands that Venezuela immediately hand over all its riches. The President of the United States intends to impose in an utterly irrational manner a supposed naval blockade on Venezuela with the aim of stealing the wealth that belongs to our nation. Turning to news at home, a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology was fatally shot near his home, or at his home rather, in the Boston area. And authorities said Tuesday that they had launched a homicide investigation. Nuno F.G. Loureiro, a 47-year-old physicist and fusion scientist, was shot Monday night at his home in Brookline, Massachusetts. He died at a local hospital on Tuesday, the Norfolk District Attorney's Office said in a statement. The prosecutor's office said no suspects had been taken into custody as of Tuesday afternoon and that its investigation was ongoing. Loureiro joined MIT in 2016 and was named last year's lead MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center leader, where he aimed to advance clean energy technology and other research. The center, one of the school's largest labs, had more than 250 people working across 7 buildings when he took the helm. When a measles outbreak hit West Texas earlier this year, school absences surged to levels far beyond the number of children who likely became sick, according to a study, as students were excluded or kept home by their families to minimize the spread of the disease. Absences in Seminole Independent School District, a school system that served students at the heart of the outbreak, climbed 41% across all grade levels, compared with the same period the 2 previous years, according to the Stanford University study. The preliminary study, which has not been published or finished, a formal peer review, offers a glimpse at the toll on student learning from the spread of measles, a highly contagious disease that has crept up in communities around the U.S. with low vaccination rates. In Texas and nationally, about 2/3 of measles cases have been among unvaccinated children. When measles is spreading, public health officials respond by excluding unvaccinated students from schools. Turning to Pennsylvania news, more than $1 million in gold was stolen from a couple in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, authorities said. In a release report, Pennsylvania State Police said a 78-year-old man and a 78-year-old woman in Providence Township had $1,328,652 in gold stolen from them in a scam on December 1st. Officials said an unknown person posed as a Social Security Administration employee and contacted the victims, telling them one of their Social Security numbers had been compromised. The scammer, according to state police, said they needed a new number. The victims were then given instructions on how to liquidate their retirement assets and purchase gold, the news release said. The gold was then collected by scammers as payment for getting a new Social Security number, according to state police. State police did not release any more information about the theft, only saying an investigation is underway. It was not immediately clear if there were any suspects or arrests. In a post on its website, the Social Security Administration says it will never require cash, gift cards, or prepaid debit cards for payments. It posted a scam alert on July 31st, alerting the public to scammers pretending to be with the Social Security Administration. And that's the newscast for this hour. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. One programming note, our study hours from 6:30 until midnight runs through Thursday. On Friday, we resume regular programming, just with a lot more Christmas music. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.